Hi, it's Andy from Pure Yorkshire. I think this is our first proper beekeeping video of 2024. I promised to do a bit better. It's been a few months since I put a video up. But today I'm just going to do a real quick inspection on some of the colonies. I'll do some here and I'll do some at our apiary, which is away from oilseed rape. So hopefully we should get something a bit different. And I'll just show you and go through the frames, just showing what I'm looking for. It's not a full inspection. Might get a bit carried away on a couple of them. We are going to be doing our own queens this year for the first time. We've been buying queens for the past few years and it's just not really cost effective for us to keep buying queens. So I spent quite a bit of money on a nice buckfast breeder queen, and I've actually chosen one of our own dark queens. It's a mongrel queen. There's nothing special about it, but she's done really well. And I've actually grafted off her before, so we're going to use her as a breeder for our dark queens. But like I say, I might do a bit of a sneaky peek into the colonies later on in the video. But for now, we're just going to have a quick look into the other colonies, make sure they've got plenty of food, no signs of any disease, and we'll go have a look now. So this is our first one. This is one of the queens from Northumberland Honey. We got 4 queens off Luke and Susie last year. Just to see what they're like. So I think got Northumberland Honey one in here and in there. We've got the 2022 buckfast from Lawrence at Black Mountain in that one there, and then we've just got a couple of swarms that we brought in further down the line. But we'll have a quick look into this one, see what we've got. Like I say, it's not a massive inspection. I'll get my hive tool. Hope you can see all right. Just pop the lid, probably open it away from yourself. Wow, there we go. Got some bees in the top there. They're not coming at me, which is nice. It's not mega warm, it's probably about 10 degrees. Some people say that might be a bit too cold, but trust me, if you're waiting for like 12-13 degrees in Yorkshire, you'll be here all year. So we'll just have a quick look. Obviously they're well on the fondant, got plenty of energy, so I'm quite happy at that. We'll just pop that to one side for now. I'll tell you what, we'll pop it down there. And we'll try and get a couple of frames out, just see if we've got any brood. So that looks like fresh comb, that actually, to be fair. They're just starting to build this out here. You can just see it's quite dark, which is good. Yeah, and building some drone comb in there, which is a good sign. Let's pop that down there for a sec. Hopefully you can still see. I'll just get this one out. That's got a nice bit of weight on. Yeah, and we're just starting to get some brood in there. We got some brood in there as well. You can see some of the cat brood in the middle there, which is good. Some honey stores in the corner there, some nectar in this top corner here. This is really, really good. Good size actually. So we'll just have to bear in mind potential expansion. These could expand pretty quickly. They're still obviously on that other frame. Lots of cat brood there. And a frame of cat brood there as well. That's good, that's all I need to see. Oh, and there's a queen there in this top corner. You can see her. It's one of Luke and Susie's queens at Northumberland Honey. As you can see, I've not smoked them. Nice calm colony, and she's laying up pretty well. We've got lots of eggs. She's starting to really fill that up now. Right. That's all it really needs for me on that one. I've just put a bit of a note on that potentially I could maybe double brood the nuke box, just so they've got room to expand, and then I can just potentially pop them into a full-size hive later on in spring or in a few weeks' time. Where we are, we're right up in top of the dales, so we're not really going to have a lot of oilseed rape. That's one reason why I quite like this apiary up here. Just get them off the tops there. Don't squish any. So that's that one. That's pretty good. She's coming on nice and strong. I'm probably have to gonna build some frames and get that built up, get her another brood box on top, or potentially put it in a hive and backfeed it with some foundation. This here is the Black Mountain Honey Queen, 2022 Yellow Queen. I've got quite a lot of videos on this one when we requeened an angry colony and stuff like that. I showed how I did that. So we've had her for a couple of years. Now we'll just see how they're getting on. Obviously all the feed's gone, so we'll just pop that open now. That's good. Maybe not. Well, saying that, we're on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, pretty much got bees on all frames. Like I say, I'm not going to smoke them, just take a couple of frames out. I got a bit of grief on the last video I did, I think, with this one. They had some really late charged queen cells, and I didn't do anything about it, but I had a feeling they were going to abort the actual swarm. It's clearly obvious that they did abort the swarm, and I do know that I've still got the queen in here, but like I say, don't want to spend too long in here. So we've got a frame. It's been a bit chewed, but they are starting to repair it. Signs that stuff's coming in. Ideally, if you do have a spoker, it's probably best that you do have it with you. Not like me, a little bit unorganised. But we have a lot of nectar coming in, which is good. Which is probably from blackthorn. We've got all this is nectar, which is good. No signs of any brood on there, I don't think. But they're just starting to work the comb, which is good. That's effectively another frame of space nearly. Let's see if we can get some brood on this one. Yeah, we've got brood. It's fantastic. So we've got brood, we've got eggs, so I don't really need to see the queen. It's obviously a good brood pattern still. Yeah, she's 2022, she's arguably 2 years old, coming up 3 years old, but no, that's good. So I'll probably have another frame of brood, I would imagine, the next one along, just out of curiosity. The beekeeper's worst enemy is the beekeeper himself, curiosity. Let's go for the blind side. Yeah, another frame of brood. And there she is. The queen. She never swarmed. The Black Mountain Honey Queen. Probably the most famous queen on my channel. But look, she's still laying like a trooper. Right, that'll do for that one. We've got sprays to bringing in nectar. We've still got honey stores. Let's pop that back there. I'll just maybe lift up this back one. Just see how heavy that is. Yeah, that's quite heavy. Nectar. Brilliant. Fantastic. Right, that'll do for that one. And that's literally all I'm doing. Pop that back in. Get that slug out. Slugs can get everywhere. And they can work that to the heart's content. But again, they're not really attacking me. Obviously they're up in the air. I think most people will if you took a roof off someone's house. So I'm quite happy how that one's coming on. Again, they've got some space either side. Maybe not as far on as Luke and Susie's one down there. But they're foraging, they're bringing in nectar, which is a good thing. Right, we'll just maybe have a look at one of the hives at the end, because there is something I probably want to show you on that one down there. And we'll quickly go over and have a look. Right, so this one here is one of the swarms we got last summer. So I effectively housed the swarms up here, out the way. So they were the first hives up here to obviously assess them for any disease. They were all good. I nearly lost this in the middle of winter. I came up and it was absolutely lifeless. Took the lid off and there was some very lethargic bees. I put some fondant on and it just brought them back to life. As you can see, they've worked through this fondant now, but we'll have a bit of a look, see how they're getting on. But there is a couple of bloody horsefly. There is a couple of things that I'll probably want to show you in this and the damage that can be done. So not a massive colony, as I say, they did lose some bees, but I think half of the problem was we ended up with mouse damage. Mice can get in it, it was my own fault. And what they'll do, they'll just target heat, and they'll start eating out the stores, wreck the frames. So that is mouse damage. I literally thought I lost this colony. I put food on because I had it with me and there was some bees still alive. And amazingly, I came back the following week and they were just happy as Larry. Couldn't believe it. It just shows, but they are a little bit behind, to be fair. Arguably this box now is too big for them. But this is just a swarm, but they are bringing in a little bit of nectar. I'll keep the fondant on top of them. Nothing spectacular, a lot of space, too much space really, because you can have too much space at this time of the year. But the archer's starting to rear a bit of brood. There is brood and larvae in there. I don't want to disturb it too much because I am a bit conscious of the heat that we're losing off this one. But they are bringing in a bit of nectar. Thought that was a queen there, but it's just a bee with a little bit of pollen on still. But there is nectar coming in, which is good. What I might do, instead of going through now, I know I've got eggs, and I might just, yeah, that's quite heavy. That's quite heavy. So they are bringing nectar in. It is maybe a bit big space-wise for them, but it just shows, if you're not careful, how much damage mice can do. So that one there, I'm just going to have to keep on top of feeding. I do have some fondant packs with me still. That's effectively that. I'll have a look through the others. If I see anything else interesting, I'll stick it on the video. So as promised, we'll have a quick look into this breeder queen colony, just to show you. This is the Buckfast one. We'll be grafting off her and requeening some of our old queens with this one on the Buckfast colonies, and then we've got the dark queen that we're going to be breeding off as well. But we'll have a quick look in this one. As you can see, they're just starting to come up into the feeder. No smoke, nothing like that. We spent quite a lot of money on this queen. I don't really want to tell you how much, but we'll just have a quick look, see what she's doing. Nice and gentle. That's quite a heavy frame. We've still got some food, which is good. Some space at the back there, a little bit of mouldy frames, a bit of housekeeping. Like I say, it's early on in the season, we're at the end of March, but they're very, very docile. Our queens, when we graft off her, they're going to be open mated, so they'll be mating with the local area. There's quite a lot of nectar in there still. So they've got plenty of food, which is good, but at the same time, you want to make sure you've got plenty of room for the brood. You can see they're not flying out at me. Loads and loads of pollen in there. Loads of pollen in there. And we've got a bit of pollen in there too. You can see the temperament of them though. Really nice. And we've got a good brood pattern there coming. Cat brood there as well. And you can see the queen there. Very expensive queen. But that's our breeder queen. So all our Buckfast queens that we're going to graft from, well, graft this year, that'll be the mother, and they'll be open mated. So that's your little sneaky peek. So if you do want one, we are selling them on our website. It's going to be very small numbers. We're not a big operation, but if you do want to buy a Buckfast queen, this will be the mother. And then we are selling our dark queens as well, which are just our local bee, but they've done really, really well for us. So we've chosen the queen and we're going to be grafting off her for the dark ones. But you can see this colony just very, very sort of nice, and that'll do. So that's it for today's video. I hope you liked it and enjoyed it. And if you're still watching, appreciate it. If you've not subscribed, please think about it. Helps me out. There you go. That's a sneaky peek into our Buckfast breeder queen. If you want any more information, put a comment in the comments. or send us an email. It's all on our website. Hi, it's Andy from Pure Yorkshire Honey. This is the first video.